Mark from VortecPro. This is part 2 of our 496 dyno / drag test, the test car. What we have here is our 68 Chevy that we use to test these engines in. This 496 will be run at the track with our previous dyno test of our 496 that made 650 horsepower. And basically what that engine is a 9.8 to 1 compression 496 with a 238 at 50 hydraulic roller and a dual plane Performer RPM air gap intake and GM oval port heads. These are 781s. Basically we're going to go run this car at the track now and see what the motor will do. And come on over here, Tommy, and we'll take a look at the car. The car's a 68. It's 3720 with me with the 200 pounds of weight in it. It has a turbo 350, 12 bolt, 456 gears. Has an ATI converter. The exhaust is Hooker. It's got Hooker 2-inch headers on it. 36-inch long primaries. Steel drive shaft. The car's all steel. It's got the front seats in it, the back seats out of it because of the roll bar. Basically pretty straightforward car. Nothing fancy. Let's open the hood. We run the factory steel SS hood. When we go start it up. Car idles with about 11 inches of vacuum at 6,400 feet. So I would imagine probably be around 14 or 15 at lower altitude. And we'll get in and take a drive around the block here and give you some idea of how it drives. So we'll take a ride around the shop here. let's review. What we have here in our part 1, you saw the dyno test where this 496 made 650 horsepower. Let's go over again what's in the engine. We start out with a 289 production 454 2-bolt block. It's bored 60 over. It's decked to 9780. They're torque plate honed. You know, all the typical block work, line hone. All the holes are tapped. We use a 4340 scat internal balance forged steel crank with a scat 685 rod with a maul forged piston with an 18cc dome. Compression comes in at 9.8 to 1. After we've set the cc on the heads, we generally set it at 121 cc's. And we have a scallop on the deck of the block for the intake valve. The oil pump would be a Melling M77. We run the Moroso 20401 pan that we fabricate and put our own internals in. The cam's a Iski 238, 248 hydraulic roller on a 110. We degreed it in on a 106 center line. Push rods are 3/8 83 wall chromoly push rod with a Scorpion rocker. The heads are fully ported. They have an inch 880 exhaust, 2190 intake valve. This particular one uses an Iski dual spring with a comp retainer. We use the comp 3/8 guide plates, ARP studs as far as the rockers go. Velcro gaskets throughout. And like I said, we do use a maul piston because we try to use a maul piston in all our builds. It's hard to beat maul quality for the price. So let's get into what the car is again. It's a 68 Chevy. It's all steel. Weighs 3720 with me in it ready to race with 200 pounds of weight bolted in. Has a full interior except for the back seat. Has a TRC 12 bolt rear end with 456 gears. Turbo 350 with an ATI converter. The headers are 2-inch hooker. They're just off the shelf hooker 2-inch Chevelle headers. Basically, it's got a 30x9 slick on it, and we're going to run it and see what this engine will run. Now you have to consider that we're going to be running 5,000 to 6,000 feet DA because it's in the middle of the summer, and the track that we're running on is 2,130 feet to start with. So we're going to be 5,000 to 6,000 feet DA. So stay tuned for part 3 and we'll see what the thing runs.